Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will be giving messages according to who's listening and for the week ahead as well. I'm just going to let Archangel Raphael come in and speak through me. I would like you to know that what I am seeing is that there are many energies at the moment in the world which are changing fast. It is not necessarily that the energies are in any way going to be standing still for a long time. But what will happen is that eventually there will be more of a plateau reached, a state generally in the world where things are more grounded in a higher frequency. But that time has not arrived yet. But what I will say is, in the next few months ahead, there will be more of a plateau reached. So people will feel more settled, more grounded in their new lives. So, what I will say is for those of you who are wanting to change your lives in radical ways, perhaps move location, perhaps change other things in your life. It will happen in the next few months, but at the right time. As the energies change, you will be ready for new things. But it will not be that your new life will fully arrive until you are ready for it energetically. So, right now, it is about going within, working with the frequencies which are here on earth, the higher frequencies, allowing them to work through you. But what I will say is, you will be ready for different things at different times. And so, for some of you, you will find that things arrive fairly soon. For others, there will be a longer wait. But it is all about energies settling within you so that you feel more grounded in a higher frequency. What I will say is, for some of you here, you are struggling with this because there are many negative energies affecting you. I see for some of you there are energies that are coming in from past lives, energies which are all about keeping you in a certain state. So these energies can involve people, types of circumstances you have been in, which have never really resolved in other lives. It can even involve people you have been in one way or another involved with very much on a romantic level. And you may find that there are things still to be resolved there that are carried over from former lives. But what I am really trying to say is that there are frequencies affecting all of you, more negative ones, that will need working through until things can change for you. I will go as far as to say that no one here is fully free of these yet. You are still all in the process of clearing them. I also will say that there are many people in the world who are a bit like in a state of wondering when their time will come in the world, when they will start feeling like they are living their best lives, where they are actually feeling grounded in a really good energy. And what I will say is that those of you who feel like this perhaps have been in this state for a long time. I will say that this is a time where people really do have to go deep in order to have a good life. It is not about simply in any way manipulating energies in the way that people have in the past. So, in the past, it was possible to have accomplished certain things through manipulating energies on earth. Perhaps it could be in the form of presenting yourself in a particular way to the world, and people believe in it, and so ending up with a lot of success in certain areas, whether it is in the area of your work or whether it is socially or in other ways. But this time is very much about going deeper, and everything that you will have now will be because you really are a vibrational match on all levels. So you do have to go deeper. Things won't suddenly fall into your lap without going into deeper parts of your being. I hope this makes sense. It is not really a time for trying to be in a certain type of energy in order to make progress. So, doing things on the earth plane in order to get results. It is a time of inner work, deep inner work. And those of you who are committed to this will end up with everything you have ever wanted, deep down, really wanted. But those of you who would like to simply have things on the earth plane without actually going within, clearing energy, you will find yourselves feeling that life is not really delivering to you what you would like. I hope this makes sense. I have a few more messages on the same subject. So, some of you here have been really wanting change for a long time, have been asking for it, have even been doing inner work, working on yourselves deeply, and you feel that perhaps life is not fair. You are wondering what is missing. And what I will be bringing you next are the missing parts, the things which you do not know yet, the things you need to be made aware of. So I will be bringing you more answers. So for those of you wondering why certain areas of your life have not taken off, I will be bringing you answers. I also would like you to know that sometimes these answers may surprise you. So sometimes you believe it is one thing holding you back, and it is something else completely. So, an example can be believing that it is something to do with your childhood, some trauma, which is the reason why something doesn't work out. And then you realize that the trauma has already been dealt with sufficiently, so it is not impacting you. It is actually something else, perhaps to do with another person in your life or something else entirely. So be open to receiving more answers. Don't assume that you know everything. What I would like to offer you today is some help to have more clarity into your lives. And what I would like to give you is a transmission of energy now to give you more information about perhaps what you need to be focusing on, what is holding you back, but give you a few more answers. So I will give you this transmission now. So I would like to continue. And what I would like you to know is that when I am communicating with you in this way, I am not necessarily trying in any way to change your mind about anything. So when I come in, what I am doing is giving you more information. And then what you are doing is assimilating this. And then, according to this new information, you are then reaching your own conclusions. The reason I'm saying this is because I want you to know that everything that you are believing, thinking, feeling is relevant, that I don't come in to impose my point of view. I come to give you greater information, more light, and through this I am helping you to move forwards. I also would like you to know that nobody has really asked you in any way to be with people who are making you feel that you are not able to see clearly. So, when you are feeling that you are with people who are in some way or another negating your own life experience, your own point of view, your own feelings, and telling you that what you are seeing is inaccurate, then it is always a sign that it is not right for you to engage with that person. And the reason I'm giving you this message is because it is really important to be in your own perspective and to be open to changing your mind, but only because you have information to the contrary, information that gives you more information that is useful for you to see more clearly. What I'm really trying to say is don't let go of your own life experiences, things you have learned through them, in order to simply be with another who seemingly has a lot of knowledge, information, who may appear to be on a higher level to you. But instead, seek to be inspired, to receive more information and be with it and see how that feels based on what you already know. What I'm also wanting you to know is that this is a new age where it is no longer about handing yourself over to others. Whereas the old age seemed to encourage this in different ways, people to hand themselves over to spiritual teachers or other types of gurus, saints, or people who seemingly know better. But the new age is about empowering yourself from within and being open to receiving more information, more light through others who may be able to bring you this, but not to ever hand yourself over to others, to let go of your own point of view, your own perspective. And I am giving this message for very good reason, because sometimes you are really feeling inside a bit like you need someone to come in and give you the right information, help you out. And when you go into this state, it does, in one way or another, help you to then find the right person to go to for help. It is good to acknowledge your need, perhaps, to know more, to receive more. But at the same time, when you feel this inside, don't go into a state where you believe that you need someone to come in and sort everything out for you. Because there is a lot you can do for yourself, a lot you already know, a lot you have already learnt. So allow others to come in, people who feel good to you, helpful. Come, allow them to come in to help you. But don't be too much in the energy of letting go of yourself and what you know. I hope this makes sense. And those of you who have mastered this already will find it really easy to work with people, to be with people, to be inspired, to be empowered by others. Those of you who have this in balance will find it a really good experience to be with people and go for help. But those of you who have not mastered this, you will constantly run into problems constantly feel like you are perhaps in some way or another being misled, or feel a bit disempowered when you go to others for help. And it is a sign that something is not quite in balance yet within you. I hope this makes sense. And the reason I am also speaking on this subject is because I want all of you here who are working with others, who are healers and therapists, to bear this in mind, that your job is to assist people in order to find more clarity from within, to find more of what they need. But it is not your job in any way to be the ones who are replacing the person's connection to their own higher self, their own inner guidance. That is all. I have a few more messages to give. One of them is that there are many people in the world who will start to feel a bit like they need to be going into places in themselves where they have not really explored themselves before. So, things about themselves that they have not discovered until now, such as new passions, hobbies, new things, and these things can include many different parts of life. And it is really important to be really open at the moment because of this. Because you may find yourself feeling that you suddenly want to explore something you haven't before. And when you are open, then the right opportunities can enter. So, what I am saying is don't close any doors at the moment. Be open to life and see what takes your interest, because it may surprise you. What will happen later on is that you will all feel much more in the flow of your own lives. You will all be in a new energy flowing, and you will have found many new things. But at the moment is a time of exploration, being open to life, doing new things, and finding yourselves, particularly in places, environments you would have not necessarily seen yourself in, but actually really resonates with you on a deeper level. And the reason behind this is because you are stripping away trauma, clearing the pain body, clearing things which have held you back. Your essence is coming to life more and more. And some of the things you resonate with will be perhaps things you have not really liked in the past because of your trauma, your pain body. I hope this makes sense. My final message is that there are many types of people in the world, and some of them are really, really very different from others, really different. Their state of mind, their way of being, the things they focus on. And when you are around people who are really different to you may find it an uncomfortable experience because it may make you feel that you are suddenly out of your depth, like you really cannot understand what this person or these people are all about. And when you are in these kinds of places with people who are very different to you, it can make you feel a bit odd, like there is something wrong with you. And it is a sign that you are not in the right place. What I am trying to say is there are many different types of people in the world, and it is not necessarily that you have to be with people who are the same as you. But when you are with people who really have different priorities, different ways of being, different thought forms, it can be very uncomfortable. So, an example of this can be that you are really prioritizing something about your life, such as being very close to nature and living very much like this. And then you are with others who are completely different and wish to be completely in one way or another away from this sort of energy and live in a life that is perhaps more man made, artificial, less connected to nature, and much more about another kind of energy, perhaps something that is very highly artificial, with a lot of technology involved as well. And this kind of energy can make you feel unwell, can make you feel like you are really out of your depth. And when you are in this sort of energy, it makes you feel like you have nothing to offer to that kind of world. So, what I'm trying to say is there are many worlds within worlds which exist on this planet. And some of these are really interesting to explore, even if you are not part of them. So, some of these you will find really interesting to be a part of for a while out of curiosity, and you will learn a lot and you will gain something and then go back to your own life and bring something new in as a result. But some of these worlds are so far away from everything that you are into, everything you believe in, that you may actually feel unwell and also really uncomfortable on a deep level. And because of this, it is really important to be discerning, to be the sort of people who are able to really go deep inside and feel into something. So don't get carried away with the energy of believing that it is your job to be everywhere in the world and feel well there. It is not. It is not anyone's job. It is not for you to be the sort of person to go to any environment and be there and feel like it is a good place to be. It is your job to feel deeply into yourself and see what feels good to you. And what I will say is that when you do this, you actually expand and you become bigger as a person. You become more well. Your energy arises. And then through this, eventually, it is easier to be in places that you would find uncomfortable normally. You build up a capacity to be able to tolerate more, actually, energetically. But you first need to build yourself up, to choose the right places and people to be around. You need to become strong enough to do this. I hope this makes sense. And for some of you have a long way to go. And in this lifetime, you will never necessarily get to a place where you can be in any environment and be able to feel okay. And it is okay. You really don't need to. I hope this makes sense, that it is not really any kind of test of enlightenment to be able to tolerate difficult circumstances. It is quite the opposite, that this new age is about being very aware of what feels good from the inside. It is a time where it is very much about embracing who you are and where you are in yourself, and not trying to be in any way bigger than you are. And it is actually this which will be celebrated rather than anything else. A lot of what I am saying will make sense to you inside. I have no more to say. The week ahead will be generally a good one, but it will not necessarily be a week where you are always feeling that everything is going well. It may have a few challenges, but these challenges will bring you something really good in the long run. That is all. Hmm. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening, and wishing you a really happy weekend and a good week ahead, and much love to all of you.